Hello and welcome to Levant TV headlines. A new 48-hour truce between Syrian forces and militants in 3 towns, including Zabadani, has entered into force after negotiations. The newly appointed US Special Envoy for Syria, Michael Ratney, will travel to Geneva, Moscow and Riyadh this week as American efforts to find a political solution to the conflict intensify. 2 people have been killed after gunmen briefly opened fire in Lebanon's largest Palestinian refugee camp, al-Hilweh, breaching a tense ceasefire. Palestinian leaders have set September 15th-16th as the dates for their first Congress in nearly 20 years after President Mahmoud Abbas announced his resignation as head of a top executive body. And the European Union's outgoing envoy to the Palestinian territories, Gatt-Rutter, says the 28-nation bloc is moving forward with measures against Jewish West Bank settlements. Now let's take a look at the top headlines in today's newspapers in the Middle East. Starting with Egypt, the Egypt Independent, which leads reporting that Egypt and Russia witnessed a boom in strategic ties, Egypt's President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi said at a press conference with his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin. The paper also reports that France is in talks to sell 2 Mistral helicopter carriers to Egypt after their sale to Russia was cancelled earlier this month. From Lebanon, the Daily Star leads, reporting that Hezbollah and its main Christian ally, the Free Patriotic Movement, have boycotted a cabinet session chaired by Prime Minister Tamam Salam. The paper also reports that Human Rights Watch has reiterated their calls for the Lebanese authorities to refrain from using violence against protesters in downtown Beirut, show more accountability, and end the culture of impunity in the country. UAE's Khalij Times leads, reporting that Kuwait has summoned an Iranian envoy to protest against Tehran's apparent offer of investment opportunities in the disputed Dora gas field. The paper also reports that 13 Middle Eastern countries, plus the Palestinian territories, are projected to face extremely high water stress in 25 years' time, and 8 fall in the global top 10, including Qatar, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Oman. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East headlines from the UK papers. The Telegraph leads its Middle East news, reporting that the main suspect behind the 1996 bombing of the Khobar Towers residence at a US military base in Saudi Arabia has been arrested after 20 years on the run. Ahmed al-Mughassil, the leader of the Hezbollah al-Hejaz militant organization, was captured in Beirut before being transferred to Riyadh on Wednesday. The Guardian leads its Middle East news, reporting that Qatar Airways has relaxed controversial policies which meant cabin crew were sacked if they became pregnant or got married within the first 5 years of employment. Under the new regulations, women who become pregnant are offered temporary ground jobs, and staff can also get married after notifying the company. The Independent leads its Middle East news, reporting that mystery site Truth About ISIS has for the past few months been turning fire on ISIS using the same sophisticated video and social media techniques used by the group itself. The Independent can reveal that the campaign is being run by a former British Islamic jihadi fighter as part of a personal attempt to use ISIS-style propaganda to stem the flow of Western support for the group. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East headlines from the international papers. From China, the Global Times reports that a total of 22 militants of the Islamic State extremist group have been killed in airstrikes in Iraq's western province of Anbar. The international warplanes carried out the airstrikes on IS positions in Barwana area near the town of Haditha, some 200 kilometers northwest of the Iraqi capital of Baghdad, leaving at least 10 militants killed and 7 others wounded. And finally, Germany's Deutsche Welle reports that Saudi Arabia has executed 4 more people after Amnesty International reported a surge in the number of people put to death there. A statement released by Saudi Arabia's Interior Ministry on Wednesday said 3 Saudi citizens and 1 Syrian national had become the latest convicts to be executed in the kingdom. And for more updates, please visit levant.tv. Thanks for watching. Be sure to join us again tomorrow. Bye for now.